Společně s Aňou Geislerovou, představitelé hlavních rolí ve filmu, který se bude natáčet u nás v České republice. Jamie Dornan, Aňa Geislerová, pěkné odpoledne v Karlových Varech. Já jsem hledal, kde máme toho sympatiáka, který bude za několik málo dní v České republice natáčet film Androboy. Velmi skoro...
The heroism involved, the sacrifice involved, you know, similar to what Sean was saying, that they felt, and Jan, particularly to me, because that's what I was reading for. Yeah, it felt like someone you could actually relate to, like guys who were fighting for something that they truly believed in, but were guys. They were normal guys. They had family, you know, that were being massively affected by what was happening. You always need a drive in everything you do, and a reason to tell the story. I think as an actor, you've got to have something that, you know, drives you every day on set. And I mean, could there be any stronger drive needed than, you know, the opportunity to assassinate someone so horrific, you know? I mean, and nobody, you know, can, you know, there's nobody in the world who can't see Heydrich as evil, you know. At the time, there were lots of people who didn't see it as evil, but, you know, now, so to have that, to bring that to work every day, I'm so excited about the idea of like having that as being your drive.
Surrounding Anthropoid. And for me, it was the story of the two parachutists. It felt like that was the journey that I wanted to discover as an audience member. I wanted to know what it was like to be Kubish and Gabčík. I wanted to know what it was like to, you know, stand in front of that Mercedes and be confronted with, you know, the ultimate act of resistance. And I think, you know, the more I thought about it, the more I became obsessed with the experience of these two men and what they went through. So for me, that it felt right. It felt like the next film that I wanted to make. I also wanted to make it very sort of contained and a very emotional piece. I didn't really see it as sort of a big, grand kind of war epic, because I think the actions of the people involved are epic.
We've dealt with conflict on a huge, huge level, and dealt with injustice, and dealt with divide, and I think that does colour you as an individual if you're from a part of the world like that, and I think you maybe have a slightly more of an understanding with other parts of the world who have experienced the same. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really my place to say, you know. People are going to look at it from both sides. Ultimately, I think it was sent a very strong message to show that the Czech people were up for a fight and weren't willing to be treated in that way. And for me, I see that as a very, you know, a very heroic act, and I think if I was in that position myself, I probably would have done the same thing. I have a strong understanding of why people see it the other way based on events afterwards, but for me personally, I think ultimately they had to do what they had to do and the way they had to do it, and probably more good came out of it than bad.